My name is Margaret, and I'm going to talk about using the SmartBoard as an instructional strategy for students with disabilities. The great thing about the SmartBoard is that you can use your fingers on it. This is very helpful in a special ed setting situations. Some three disability categories that a SmartBoard is especially useful in is ADHD, because it's just so engaging and hands-on that it keeps children's attention and it keeps them engaged in a lesson. But when they're able to put their hands on the SmartBoard and manipulate things on the SmartBoard as opposed to just doing worksheets and listening to lectures. Using the SmartBoard with visually impaired kids, not totally blind, but kids that have some visual impairments, is really cool because you can blow up a worksheet or you can blow up anything, a computer image, a video, and they can see things in the classroom that they've never been able to see before. And a cool thing that you can do on the SmartBoard with the hearing impaired is color coding words and sentences. That way that students can visually see the English language, and then you can change the color of words as they change function in a sentence. But today I'm just going to show you some fun interactive math games that you can use on the SmartBoard that will just reinforce what students have learned with math. This is an instructional game on the internet made by Pete Baldwin, and it's simply just making change using the penny, the nickel, the dime, and the quarter, like you would in a store. And this board is supposed to simulate a store counter. So the bear will say, we need 49 cents. So we'll make 49 cents with a quarter. And your students can simply just drag down the coins with your fingers. Very touch interactive. 25, 35, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49. And when we think we have the right amount, we can click on the bear and he'll tell us good job, and he'll give us another problem. And this can be done with partners, and it can also be done individually, whichever works best for you and in your setting. The great thing about doing this with partners is it can build social interactions, which a lot of times students with disabilities have trouble with anyway. The next game that we have, interactive game, it'll come up for me, is another money game, but this one's a little bit more fun. It's got some noise and interaction to it, which makes it more fun, especially for ADHD kids to really get involved in. Saying that we need $1.59, and the cool thing about this is you can do it on the slide, and it can slide down. You can in the cup, or you can put it on the thumb and it'll flick it in. This makes it really fun for kids to just play with and interact with, and this can also be done in partners or individually. And let's see. And it's very interactive. Uses touch, keeps kids' attention, and it's a fun way to review money. You can also use, hands-on physical plastic coins, but this just makes it a little bit more fun.
You did it.
When you get it right, it gives you a response. You did it. Great job. And if we get it wrong, we'll get it wrong this time. It also gives you some feedback so that you know if you're doing it right or not. And this is something that students can do on their own.
Oops, that's too much money.
Yeah, see, it gives you
a coin of lesser value.
Gives you feedback for when you make a mistake. That makes it easy for you to assign students to do this kind of as a station or another activity, and you don't always have to be right there helping them. They can do this by themselves. And you can give some extra instruction to somebody else who needs it. And this is just one of the ways that the SmartBoard can be useful in your classroom. You can definitely teach lessons using the SmartBoard, or you can do like I did, and you can use them as follow-up and practice. The most important thing about SmartBoards is that it's hands-on and it's interactive, and it gets students engaged in the lesson and they have fun